Welcome to the Tweak of the Week. I'm Tommy Larkin, owner and Chief Experience Officer of Optimal Movement Fitness and Yoga. And today we're talking about the 180 process. Welcome back, and as always, I'm so glad you are joining me. Today, we're taking a short break from physically based tweaks to discuss a training concept I've been teaching for most of my career. It's called the 180 process. This process states that you give 100% of yourself to the practice or training at hand, but you only work at about 80% of your capacity in the exercise. What this process means is you invest all you have mentally, and most likely emotionally, into your training. Then you work reasonably in the physical capabilities of the session. 80% is a guide, and in some things you may be at 90% and others only at 70%. I should note here that 90% is what I recommend as your maximum output, and generally not dropping below 60% in overall intensity. The primary underlying reason to work this way is injury prevention. By essentially taking it down a notch, you allow the mind and body to work together in unison. When you work in this manner, you become more aware of the actions being performed. You can maintain better alignment in your posture, more control in the movement of the body, and stay more connected with the exercise at hand. In addition, because you are not pushing yourself to or past the edge, i.e. 100% of your capacity, you can actually better avoid injuries, especially ones like strains, sprains, and pulled muscles. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're applying this process and working it diligently in your practice, you will still have sore muscles and may still be fatigued from a workout or a class. I say this because many people look at me when I tell them to work this way, and I get the response they feel they will not progress in their practice. Much to the contrary, what the 180 process does is increases your ability to perform better, thus giving you the depth of inner work which maximizes the effectiveness of a given exercise and/or total practice. This means you progress faster and with greater results, primarily because the time our body needs to recover is greatly reduced, which means you can get back to more training sessions faster. I've also found it means you can do longer sessions or even multiple workouts in the same day with more impact and less fatigue. Thus, you gain bigger leaps by backing off a little physically, but not mentally. This translates to better mental composure and focus, plus greater flexibility, strength, and range of motion, and gets you to your goals faster. It's very important to trust this process. I've seen people feel they are not seeing the benefits they deserve and thus stop doing the process. Almost every time when these people come back to me after a long break and I say, "It's so great to see you, I was wondering where you've been," they inevitably tell me they pulled a muscle or something to that effect because they overdid it in a class. Through conversation, 9 times out of 10, it always comes down to they pushed it past the edge, or they were being sloppy, or were goofing off and not paying attention. Sometimes these injuries have occurred doing things around the house, and this process even applies at home doing basic activities like changing a light bulb on a ladder. So in recap, one of the underlying keys to my personal success in the way I practice and teach is the 180 process. By focusing fully on what you are doing with mental and physical integrity, then not pushing past the edge to get to the big gains, you will progress with more ease and greater benefits to your physical and mental well-being. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this tweak brings you greater success in your life. For more inspirational words of wisdom and other tips, tricks, and general news, check out our Instagram page at Om Fitness Yoga, or find us on Facebook at Om Fitness and Yoga. Until next week, be excellent to one another and have an amazing day.